Hey guys, this is Investor FX. Welcome back to another video. So basically in this video I'm going to be analyzing gold, USDJPY and GBPUSD. First thing first, I'm going to be starting off a higher time frame. That's how we approach the market. We always start from a higher time frame to understand where we are coming from. So I'm going to be showing you guys what I've seen from the weekly. So from the weekly, I'm seeing that the market is already tested our previous high. So remember, you can put line chart to know exactly where your high was. So I've put my line chart, then I've marked out my previous high. This was my previous high. Now we also do have this high over there as well. We can as well mark out at the key levels which the market has already shown us in the past. So this is our current trend on gold. Currently gold is bullish. As you can see, the market is creating these highs and lows. This was a big high, now this was a correction upon the weekly. So right now, since we've identified the higher time frame trend, now we're actually going in deeper. So I'm gonna be using this approach called top-down analysis. So on the daily time frame, I'm starting to identify my trend. I'm seeing that okay, we are in a bullish trend. This is on gold. So I've given it the upper resistance and the lower support. So currently I'm understanding that okay, we're in a bullish trend, so most probably gold is gonna be giving us more buys to the upside. Since you guys know that gold has been buying ever since the past months, check out the past months since 2024, gold has been bullish. So right now we need to eat the momentum. So I've marked out my zone over here, and so I can as well mark out my resistance over there, right? This is where I'm starting to even analyze the key levels, the trends within the market itself. So currently this is what I've seen on gold. So gold is actually starting to give us what we call bullish momentum. As we go deeper to 4 hour, we're starting to see that okay, yeah, gold is left what we call the morning star pattern. The morning star pattern is a pattern which we see that confirms that gold is likely to push. So the pattern is shown. So right now we're up above our supporting level. As you can see, this level once gave us buys to the upside, it can as well just give us buys to the upside too. This was around Monday 26th of January. Today it's also Monday. Today's a Tuesday. Today's a Tuesday the 4th. Yeah, Tuesday the 4th. No, Tuesday the 10th of February. So this was January, this is February. So we can expect the market to even shoot up. That's what I'm actually expecting on gold. This is a possible swing trade because everything is from a higher time frame view. Now we can as well try to create a bullish trend on gold, which you can formulate now by saying okay, roughly we're in this more bullish trend because we're seeing that the market is starting to create what we call the highs and lows, which can actually confirm the trend which we are talking about. So currently we can also mark out this current resistance over here, which gold has been respecting. This can act as a resistance, this can act as a support, depending on what the market is doing. But currently I'm acting it as a resistance because we are below it. Remember, once we are below this level, we can create this as a strong zone because this level is so strong. We have failed to pass this level the first time. Now this is the second time failing to pass this level. So I'll just leave a zone. Once we break above there and retest, the strong F, there's a strong momentum zone over here which has been acting as a strong resistance for gold and there's also support. So for gold, guys, I urge you guys, be patient with the buys, wait for the market to actually come to your entry point, then you can take these buys. You can take the buys up to this level, but that's why we're anticipating a trend line reversal touch this somewhere around this level before a correction to give us what we call further buys, something like this on gold. This is my structure on gold. Hopefully you guys have actually understood that we can be preparing for massive buys on gold. That's my analysis. Remember guys, there's also a probability and the possibility. Should the market also break below our zone, We can as well look for sales once we have the retest on the trend line, then around this level being our exit plan, around this level for sales. This is my analysis for gold. I'm projecting buys due to what the market is currently doing. The market is currently in a consolidation over here, which I'm actually waiting for us to break out of this box, which is acting as a consolidation. Once we have this breakout retest of this consolidation box, once we break this high retest, we can actually anticipate some nice moves on gold. This is my analysis on gold, guys. Hopefully you guys have learned the thing. For entry points, it's just simple, guys. Wait for the break and retest. That's how we're gonna be entering the market. We can now move to our next pair, that is GBPUSD. GBPUSD. So guys, let me go to Owanda. Okay, so let's remove everything. Let's take this guy to a daily just to see how the market is doing off a daily time frame. Okay, let's go to your weekly. Okay, so I'm currently seeing that okay, GBPUSD is actually hit this overtime resistance. This is our resistance, our current high in the market is current low, acting as our support. Then I'll mark out our key levels. These are areas where market has once touched and reversed. These are strong reversal points which you can need to identify in order to take future entries. So currently I'm seeing that okay, GBPUSD is at a resistance. GBPUSD is at a resistance on the weekly time frame, and then I need to understand that where are we coming from. I'm understanding that we're coming from a support level which was over here. So at a support we buy, at a resistance we sell. Now I'm saying that off a weekly we have rejected the resistance and we have left an engulfing candlestick. When I drop in even deeper to a daily time frame, I'm starting to see that okay, we failed to pass that resistance. Then this is our current trend on GBPUSD. Currently GBPUSD, we can just say we're currently bullish. Let's clone. Because if I say fake out like this, let's just clone and make it like this. So this is simple, guys. So I've identified my trend, so I'm understanding that we are bullish on GBPUSD currently. So for me to actually start looking for potential sales within the market, I have to see it breaking outside my trend line, retesting below the zone. When I dive into H4, guys, patience is needed whilst you are trading forex. Patience is also trading. That's rule number one. Patience is also trading. So guys, for me to be taking sales on GBPUSD, I need to wait for the market to break outside my trend so that we can take the swings to the downside. If sales are gonna come, that's how I'm anticipating. But currently I'm understanding that yes, we're at a resistance, but we are also correcting in the bullish trend. Remember guys, we have talked about impulses and corrections in our previous videos. You can watch our previous videos for you to understand what we call impulse and corrections. As you guys can see that we have broken outside of our correction, we can as well be anticipating for further pushes to the upside. However guys, I can be taking buys on GBPUSD. I need to be patient with GBPUSD because currently we are at a resistance. Yes, that's a correction which we've broken, but we're currently at a resistance, at a zone. So for me to be clear with my setup, I need to wait for GBPUSD to create what I call a low. So most probably GBPUSD can come and create a low, then I'll wait for it to break our resistance, then give me a retest on that resistance to confirm that we're still bullish. So currently I'll be waiting for GBPUSD to do what I'm expecting because we're still under a major zone. Remember guys, being patient is also trading, not just clicking buy and sell patterns. Waiting for your setup is also trading. I'll wait for something like this because currently I'm understanding that the structure of the market, yes, is telling me that we're likely to buy because of the trend, but also there's a zone which I'm not respecting. So I need to wait for the market to break that resistance and turn it into a support. Once we're now at a support, it's easy to take the buy trade because we're in a bullish trend, we're at a support. There's gonna be high confluence, the potential hidden shoulder is cooking. Then should the market also respect the zone now? Remember guys, this is a zone from a higher time frame which has also already given us 3 touches. The first touch being over here, the first touch of being over here, the second touch over here, then the third touch. This This one was more of a manipulation, I guess, the third touch being over here. So we need to respect these guys. We cannot take buys at a resistance. We need to wait for the resistance to turn into a support in order for us to be taking buys. So currently on GBPUSD, guys, we can be patient, we can be waiting to see how the market is doing, guys. That's the rule of forex. So currently I'm waiting for GBPUSD to actually play out, break my resistance, make it a support, then I take my buys. This is gonna be a nice trade, a 1 to 3 at the same time. Should the market respect the resistance and break below our trend line, retesting it, giving us a potential swing to the downside. So this is my analysis on GBPUSD. And last but not least, guys, we can as well be looking at USDJPY. I had already analyzed USDJPY. You guys can actually learn anything on it too. So this is my USDJPY analysis, which we had done before with the team. So I don't need to reanalyze it. I can just show you guys that we are anticipating a break below retest in order for us to take sales. The reason being taking sales is we had already broken out of our bullish trend, which were creating these nice highs and lows, and then once the market came here, it gave us a high and it gave us a low, then a double top, creating a breakout retest. We did take buys here, then we did hit our stop loss because we were anticipating that was still continuing the trend. But after understanding that the trend had changed, we did a break below retest to take in ourselves. That's how it is, guys. We need to flow with the market. That's how it is. We need to learn to flow with the market, guys. This is it on USDJPY. I don't need to reanalyze USDJPY, but also, guys, a recent trade which I'm looking on to is NZDJPY. You guys can actually start be looking on to NZDJPY. I can break it down for you guys so that you guys can understand what's really happening on NZDJPY. So NZDJPY, guys, has been creating highs and lows. We're in a bullish trend. We're understanding that we're bullish. We've created our channel. We've created our bullish trend. We've marked out these highs and lows. Then trends and trends. So we have identified that we're also in a bullish trend within another bullish trend. This is what we call trends and trends. I can just show you guys to understand trends and trends. So maybe the market is moving like this, right? The market is moving like this. That's being a bullish trend, right? Let me just leave it like this. We can just put some trend lines, something like this, right? But you need to understand that this is an impulse move in the trend line. This is an impulse move in the trend line. So this one is corrective, né? So this one will be correcting this one. This one will be a correction. So that's a bearish trend inside the bullish trend. That's the correction part which I'm trying to explain. The other thing is this one. That's a correction. It's bearish, but once you break out, it becomes bullish. So that's the same thing, guys. We are bullish, but remember the sales are weak. That's a correction. You see, you can compare this one, guys. You can compare this bullish push with these sales. You see, with these sales, the buys are more stronger. That's the same thing here, guys. I'm understanding that we are at a high. So at a high, we look for sales. The market has created a high, so it is broken below the zone. Remember, guys, once you break below a previous high, that area can also give us sales. This was a high over here. It gave us sales. It can also give us sales where we are currently. So this is a recent trade on NZDJPY, a bonus trade which you guys can actually also take. We're actually planning to take once the market can give us a pullback and a confirmation. We can actually take this setup. That's the recent setup which we can analyze with you guys. Nonetheless, guys, hope you guys have learned a thing. Don't forget to join our Telegram group where we'll be dropping signals and free trade ideas, guys. Remember, guys, patience is everything when it comes to trading. Remember, you can have a good strategy, a good psychology, but if you are not patient to wait for your setup, if you are not patient to hold your wins, you actually fail. Nonetheless, this is Investor FX signing out.